Hey guys, welcome back to the Far From Healed podcast, where we chop it up about trauma. I think in the season of what I'm going through, this podcast episode, I think it's an appropriate time for it. I think it's been a minute since I've sat down to write an episode, and honestly, I haven't been able to focus enough to do it. I keep trying to come up with a better reason to explain the silence, something more put together, something that sounds nicer. But the truth is just this. I'm tired. I've been going through a lot lately. And I love this podcast. I love what it's becoming. And I love thinking about the people it might be reaching. And because I care about that, I want to show up. Per- I don't want to show up pretending like everything is fine when it's not. So today's episode is going to be real. It's going to be raw. And maybe if you're in the season of where things feel heavy too, you'll hear this and feel a little less alone in whatever it is you're carrying. When self awareness doesn't stop the spiral, what does that mean? For me, doing the work has meant a lot. I tried different kinds of therapy over the years, and more recently, I found a therapist who really met me exactly where I was. The kind of therapist who helps you see your patterns, your wounds, your triggers, and actually starts to work through them. Because nobody wants to sit in a room and hear, and how does that make you feel? I'll never claim I'm healed. I don't think healing is a finish line. I think it's something we move through layer by layer. I've done a lot of self work. I've worked hard to heal the parts of me that were spilling onto the people around me, the parts that reacted from pain instead of responding with intention. And yet, here I am with all that healing, all that growth. I still find myself repeating this same patterns I thought I had outgrown. So, what does that mean for you listening right now? It means something important. And really hear this. You can do the work, you can go to therapy, you can become self aware, you can understand all your triggers and still find yourself back in familiar emotional places that you thought you'd left behind. I don't have a neat, inspiring answer for why that happens. Honestly, I'm still figuring it out in real time. Healing is messy, healing isn't a straight line, and right now I'm trying to be self aware, trying to stay strong, trying to keep reminding myself of all those things I've learned in therapy, while also sitting with this heavy, uncomfortable feeling of not enough. Which, when you are an overthinker and you overthink and you overspeak, you tend to do that. You tend to feel like you're not enough. I'm constantly caught in that tension, between wanting to give up and wanting to be an absolute badass in my life. You know, I just have the biggest goals and ambitions in life. I want the biggest, most greatest things for myself and for everyone around me. The other day I was thinking and I literally said out loud, how can I have such a dominant personality and still let the people work my brain like a yo yo? I mean, I'm strong and I'm also weak, and somehow the math just ain't mathin'. It's funny, but it's also real. I know I have power, I know I have boundaries, and yet sometimes I let people pull me around anyways. Uh, and I know that's part of being human. That's part of the messy, confusing, self aware growth we're all in. And I think when you try to go through adult grieving as a parent, as a partner, people really don't account for the level of heaviness that comes with that. I am human. I work hard to stay true to who I am, to what I know is right, no matter how uncomfortable that might be for other people. But I'm also still capable of hurting. I'm still capable of feelings, and no matter how strong or no matter how put together I am, I'm still capable of breaking. You know, and sometimes that's okay. I want change. I want it in so many ways. I would love to change some things in my past because honestly, wouldn't we all? I would love to change things about myself that bug me. I would love to change the way the world is right now if I could, because it's heartbreaking. Seeing all the unknowns hanging in the air, feeling the weight of what could happen or what might never happen, it's heavy. Sometimes it just hits you all at once. And yet, even in all that heaviness, even in all the uncertainty, I'm still here. I'm still speaking and I'm still trying. I'm showing up imperfectly, vulnerably, and hopefully, if you're listening to this, you feel a little seen, a little less alone. Because that's what this is about. Feeling all the feelings, owning them, naming them, being there for one another, and still taking the next step forward, even when it's hard. Maybe that's enough. Maybe showing up for yourself, even when the world feels heavy, even when you feel like giving up, is enough. Maybe being honest about your mess, your grief, your growth is enough. And if you're listening and you're in that same space, feeling like you're spiraling, feeling like you're not enough, feeling like the math doesn't add up, I see you, I hear you, and you are not alone. So let's keep going. Let's keep showing up. Let's keep trying because being human with all that beauty and all that heaviness that comes with it, that's where the real growth happens. And maybe, just maybe, the world will feel a little lighter because we can choose to keep moving together. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my emotional volcano of a podcast episode. Don't be afraid to reach out to me or to anybody you feel comfortable talking to. Life is heavy, but you don't have to carry it alone. As always, this is the Far From Heal podcast where we chop it up about trauma. Stay tuned for the next episode, guys. Love y'all.